The Young and the Restless. Spoilers. 30s full, the 2nd of July, 2026. Welcome back to our channel. Today is a fantastic day to dive deep into the latest drama from Genoa City, and we have so much to unpack together. Grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's get right into the heart of the action. I cannot even breathe right now. I am literally typing this up at 2 a.m. because if I do not get these thoughts out of my system, I am going to explode. I mean, are we seriously doing this again? Are we actually watching Billy Abbott destroy another woman's life because he cannot get out of his own way? I am so furiously angry at my screen right now. We all knew Billy was going to play dirty with Sally Spectra. We all knew it was coming because it is Billy, but did it have to happen this fast? And did it have to be this utterly, completely devastating? I am sorry, but I am just heartbroken for Sally. She was already terrified. She was already carrying the massive, unresolved trauma of losing baby Ava. And what does Billy do? He lets his mother, Jill, who desperately needs to mind her own business, by the way, get into his head. And he questions the paternity of the baby. He questioned if the baby was his. And because of his massive, fragile ego and his total inability to just be a supportive partner for 5 minutes, Sally runs out into a blinding rainstorm, crashes her car, and loses the baby. I am sick to my stomach. I am physically ill over this writing. And you know what makes it so much worse? Sally insisted he wouldn't betray her. She stood there, defending him to anyone who would listen, convincing herself that Billy Abbott was a changed man. Oh, Billy is different now, she thought. Billy really loves me. Girl! No. I have been watching this show for years, and if there is one universal truth in Genoa City, it is that Billy Abbott will always, always let down the women who claim to love him. It is a mathematical certainty at this point. He is a walking red flag, and Sally completely ignored the warning signs because she was desperate for stability after the whole Adam fiasco. But Billy doesn't know what stability is. He thrives on chaos. He creates the chaos, and then he plays the victim when everything burns down around him. I know some people are loving this drama, but personally, I am just exhausted by Billy's endless cycle of destruction. Let us take a walk down memory lane, shall we? Because clearly, Sally did not do her homework before getting into bed with this man. Remember when Billy was with Phyllis? Yes, Phyllis Summers, a woman who went to bat for him time and time again, who fought his battles, who stood by his side. And how did he repay her loyalty? He slept with her daughter. He slept with Summer Newman. I mean, I still get secondhand embarrassment and pure rage just thinking about that storyline. Who does that? You do not just cheat on your partner. You cheat on her with her own child. That was the exact moment I realized Billy was fundamentally broken. He doesn't just make mistakes. He detonates nuclear bombs in his relationships. And we are supposed to believe he was going to be a reliable father and partner to Sally Spectra? Please. It was doomed from the start. But wait, it gets worse. Because then we have Victoria Newman. Victoria gave Billy chance after chance after chance. She defended him to Victor, which is practically a full-time job that requires combat pay, and she tried to build a stable life with him for their kids. And what did he do? He dumped her. He literally walked away from his family because Victoria wasn't enthusiastic enough about his latest failed vanity project. He chose a doomed business venture and his own bruised ego over his wife and children. And do not even get me started on Chelsea Lawson. That entire relationship was a sham. We all know it. Billy and Chelsea only got together to stick it to Adam. It was pure, unadulterated spite. They were not in love. They were in a petty revenge pact, And honestly, it feels like his relationship with Sally started the exact same way. It was just another way to get under Adam's skin. Sally was a pawn, and now she is paying the ultimate price with her physical and emotional health. I just cannot deal with him anymore. I want him off my screen. Okay, wait, I am getting ahead of myself. I need to take a breath. Let's pivot, because Billy isn't the only Abbott man making me scream at my television tonight. Can we talk about Jack? Jack Abbott, what are you doing? So Diane has been missing for weeks. We, as the audience, know she is locked in some creepy barred room being gaslit by Dr. Lawrence Markham, who, by the way, I am 100% convinced is Martin Laurent with a new face. I mean, the Alan Laurent books on the shelf, the plastic surgery history with Patty, it is so obvious. But Jack doesn't know that. All Jack knows is that Patty Williams, yes, the same Patty who poisoned Summer and has a history of wearing other people's faces, is standing in his living room holding a picture of Diane, unconscious, in a padded cell. And what does Patty want? Oh, just to recreate the magic they had on the yacht. And she wants to sleep with him in exchange for Diane's location. I am gagging. I am literally, physically repulsed. But at the same time, this is classic soap opera gold, and I am entirely here for it. But here's where I'm losing my mind. Jack and Kyle actually think they can outsmart Patty. They are setting up this dangerous trap, trying to lure Patty and her shady psychiatrist accomplice into revealing what they did. Kyle is strutting around, acting like he is the smartest guy in the room, completely confident that he can break Patty and force her to talk. Kyle, honey, you are out of your league. Patty Williams is unhinged. You cannot apply logic to a woman who thinks blackmailing a man for sex is a solid foundation for a romantic relationship. Jack, at least, seems a little less sure. You can see the panic in his eyes. He knows Patty's history. He knows she is capable of absolutely anything. But they need her to cooperate, and so far, Patty is holding all the cards. She is not budging. She wants Jack in her bed, and she is perfectly happy to let Diane rot in that fake asylum until she gets what she wants. And Tracy is trying her best, God bless her, playing psychological mind games with Patty in the park, threatening her with the mental hospital. Tracy is the real MVP of the Abbott family, let's be honest. But is it going to be enough? I am terrified that Jack is actually going to cave. I mean, would he really sleep with Patty to save Diane? The thought makes my skin crawl, but Jack is desperate, and a desperate Jack Abbott makes terrible, terrible decisions. I just know this trap is going to backfire, and Patty is going to punish them for trying to play her. But you know who makes even worse decisions than Jack Abbott? Lily Winters. I am sorry, but I need to go off on a massive tangent here because my brain is actively melting over this Lily and Kane storyline. Kane Ashby has lost his mind, and Lily is right there with him. So let me get this straight. Kane swoops into town, turns out to be the magical 1 in a million bone marrow match for Malcolm. Great, hero Kane. But wait, no, he is not doing it out of the goodness of his heart. He blackmails Lily. He literally holds Malcolm's life hostage to extort control over Chancellor Winters. He hands her a secret contract and says, "Give me the company or your uncle dies." That is villain behavior. That is sociopathic. And now, after pulling the most ruthless, disgusting move imaginable, Kane is suddenly playing the victim because Billy yelled at him? Are you kidding me? Billy Abbott, who, yes, is a massive hypocrite, we have established that actually had the nerve to scream at Kane, and Jill had to step in and try to mediate. Jill is running around trying to keep the peace while Kane is pouting because people are being mean to him. Oh, I'm so tired of being accused by people who have done worse things. Kane, you just extorted a dying man. You do not get to play the victim card here. You do not get to act like your feelings are hurt because Billy called you out on your garbage behavior. So what does Kane do? He runs to Lily. He goes to the woman he just blackmailed, hoping she will side with him again. He wants her help. He wants her to save him from the big, mean Abbott boys. And the absolute worst part, the part that made me throw my remote at the couch, Lily is feeling sparks. I am reading these spoilers, I am watching these scenes, and I am seeing romantic tension between Lily and Kane. Why? Why is this happening? Lily, you are a strong, independent, powerful CEO. Why are you melting over a man who just used your uncle's impending death as a bargaining chip? I feel like I am taking crazy pills. Remember all the lies Kane told over the years? Remember the fake identity? Remember the endless secrets? Lily finally got free of him. She finally stood on her own 2 feet and built an empire. And now, because he is the bone marrow donor, she is just going to forget the extortion? Is she going to continue to bail out her ex-husband? If she does, we really have to ask, why? Does she still love him? Is she just trauma bonded to this man? Because if she still loves him after he literally blackmailed her family's legacy away from her, then she needs therapy, not a corporate merger. I mean, if you are going to do it, Lily, just do it. Stop pretending you hate him. If you are just going to fall back into bed with him. But honestly, it is so degrading to her character. I hate seeing her regress like this. It really feels like all the men in Genoa City are just competing to see who can be the absolute worst partner right now. Billy is driving Sally to a literal car crash because he cannot trust her. Jack is considering sleeping with a psychopathic blackmailer because he cannot keep his family safe. And Kane is extorting his way back into his ex-wife's heart and boardroom. It is a masterclass in toxic masculinity, and the women are just taking the brunt of it. I want to see Sally wake up in that hospital, realize what Billy did, and banish him from her life forever. I want to see her team up with Audra because their friendship is surprisingly the best thing on this show right now, and just ruin Billy. Sally deserves so much better than being a casualty of Billy's insecurities. And as for Jack, I am predicting right now that the trap he and Kyle are setting for Patty is going to blow up in their faces spectacularly. Kyle is way too cocky. Patty is going to see right through it, and she is going to punish them. I bet Dr. Markham is going to move Diane to an even worse location, or maybe he will start drugging her like Victor is drugging Nikki. Wait, I am getting ahead of myself again, but don't even get me started on Victor looting Nikki's estate while she thinks she is dying. That is a whole other rant for another night. But back to Jack. He is going to lose this game of chess with Patty unless he does something drastic. I just pray Sharon and Phyllis figure out the Martin Laurent connection and swoop in to save Diane, because the Abbott men are fumbling this hard. And Kane, I do not even know what to predict for Kane and Lily. I know some fans are hardcore Lane shippers and are probably thrilled they are sharing scenes again. I acknowledge your joy, but I do not share it. I think Kane is a parasite. If Lily hands over Chancellor Winters and takes him back, it will be the biggest character assassination since what they are doing to Billy right now. I just need these women to stand up, realize their worth, and kick these men to the curb. We need a season of the women of Genoa City taking their power back, because right now it is just painful to watch them be manipulated. Okay, I think I have finally vented enough to actually go to sleep. My heart is still pounding from that Sally crash scene, and I am dreading the fallout tomorrow. Let me know if I am the only one losing my mind over this, because I swear this show is going to give me an ulcer. Until next time, I will be here, screaming into the void and praying for Sally Spectra's peace of mind.